Heyo everybody, Haku here with my review for this week's episode of the Boku no Hero Academia Season 2 anime. And it was Season 2 episode 17, I believe. 17 this week. So, this is probably my favorite episode so far. I don't know if I'll say it's the best, but it's my favorite. It's definitely up there to be the best, but the first season finale was really, really good. And it's still also really hard to beat the Izuku versus Todoroki fight episode. So it is it is up there for the best, and it's definitely my favorite, but there are also some really, really good episodes, and that's what makes it kind of difficult to just say it's the best. But yeah, let's just start from the beginning talking about this thing. I was really excited to get into this one because I wasn't sure how much they were going to show. And I think I said before that they were blowing through the Stain arc, and yeah, like, this so much got accomplished. I was not expecting them to get this far, I guess, but I'm glad they did. It turned out to be a really great episode, putting it all in together. Starting at the beginning, the recap, just recapping what was happening with the older episodes, showing the scenes with Ida's monologue he had over them was really, really good. And even the recap was enjoyable. The OST for the first scene I thought was incredible. I love it, where we had the flashback even that we hadn't seen yet with Ida and Tensei. That was really good as well. And then getting into the actual fight sequence when we have Stain rushing in at the very beginning, dodging through the fire and ice, going at Todoroki. The animation was amazing. And then finally, the moment where Ida stands up, he goes in with the reciproburst, kicks the sword in half, and knocks Stain away from Todoroki. All really, really great. Then we have the entirety of the fight, which is just amazing. The final fight was so great. And yeah, I like at the end, especially how we see, first there's the combo move between Izuku and Ida, and that doesn't quite take Stain down. And then Ida gets a little extra hit in to be sort of like, oh yeah, this is Ida's main thing. He's overcoming Stain and overcoming his doubts and all. And then Todoroki fries him, and that is that. So Stain is down for there. We go back a few minutes to see Endeavor, the scene again with Endeavor and Gran Torino. And Torino takes out the first Nomu, which I thought was great. But then we get to the good stuff. After Endeavor tells the address that Todoroki was going to Torino, Endeavor versus that second Nomu was so good looking. Even before Endeavor got there, all the heroes going in after him, it looked so good. And the way I love too how in Boku no Hero Academia, most of the heroes don't fly to get around. They have all these different ways that they use their movement to get around. And I loved Todoroki's father, also Todoroki, Endeavor running up the side of the building by melting footholds into it. I thought it was so cool. And just him throwing his powers to injure the I guess it would be the third Nomu and rescue the one. I don't know if she was a citizen or a hero, but to rescue the one lady. I just thought that was really, really good looking. The animation was great. And it was cool to see Endeavor being a hero as well, because all we've seen of him thus far is being a dickbag, so it was good to see him do some good things. Torino then meets up with Izuku and his group. The heroes show up there too. And we have a really good scene with Ida apologizing to them and everything. I thought that was all good. And then the finale was amazing, where the Nomu swoops in and tries to take Izuku away. Stain saves him because he said, Izuku was worth letting live and all. And he didn't want... Because he also, other than wanting to make heroes a purer breed by sort of weeding out the unworthy or money-hungry heroes, he also didn't want villains running around doing whatever. He wanted a world full of heroes that would take down the villains. He wanted good. He just wanted the heroes to be real heroes as well. Does that mean Stain was good? No, because he still did bad things to get there, and in his own zeal kind of missed his own point in a way. But it's my favorite scene from the manga, and we got to see it, where nobody else stood up to save, or nobody else could save Izuku. Stain did. Nobody else stood up to fight their enemy. Stain stood up to all those heroes, and his force of will was so powerful that none of them could even withstand it. None of them could even stand up to him. Just showing how cool a character Stain is, how strong his conviction was. Eventually, he gets the great scene of passing out while standing up, Izuku monologuing about how his rib had pierced his lung was really good, and I think that's actually where we end the episode. So for the episode as a whole, the music and animation, incredible, just so good. I thought the fight, well, all of the fights we got here were amazing. I loved, one thing I noticed here that I didn't really notice as much in the manga, but I noticed it more with the anime, so props to the anime for that, was how Endeavor trusted Todoroki and worked to assist him. I thought that was really cool. Also, Ida's character journey from this arc has been really, really good, and it's good to see where it's ended up here. And scene at the end, my favorite scene so far, my favorite scene in the manga overall. Stain's resolve to stand there and fight everyone, just so good. So as a score, it's my favorite episode so far, and I thought quality-wise, it was arguably the best. I think it was the best personally, but I also think you could maybe argue the season finale or the Izuku versus Todoroki fight. Either of those you could argue. So yeah, either way, I'm giving it 11 broken ribs out of 10. Very rare that I break out a score above 10. And I think this might be the first time I've done so for Boku no Hero Academia. But this episode gets it for me. So, 11 out of 10. And yeah, I guess that leaves us moving in. It looks like from the promos, I'm not going to say anything about it, but it looks like we're going to be seeing one of my favorite characters for the first time next episode. So that's going to be really good. Yeah, I guess that's about it. I can't really think of anything more to talk about. So either way, like if you did like the video, and comment on there to tell me what you thought of this week's episode, what you thought of my thoughts on it and all that. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe for more Boku no Hero Academia. I cover the anime and the manga every single week. And follow on Twitter if you want. I can keep you updated there and stuff for the channel. I usually tweet out whenever a new video is going up or if anything gets pushed back or anything. And also, I could talk to you there if you want, if you ever wanted to bring my attention to something, I don't know. Also, we have a Discord server though, so if you want to get in there with all of us, then just ask for a link and I'll give you a link to it. That's it, so thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.